In this video, I'm going to show you how to make anything clickable inside of ClickFunnels. Now, what do I mean by that? Any section inside of ClickFunnels can be clickable. You can link it. You can send it to a different URL or page. You don't need to rely on buttons or links to make it work. So, for example, we've got this page here. Now, you'll see I've got a nice little hover animation. If you stay to the end of the video, I'll show you how to add this little animation to your sections. But each one of these sections you can see is actually a clickable link. It's as if it's a giant button. Now, you don't need anything really special for this, except for a few pieces of code here and there. Nothing too complicated. It's actually built into ClickFunnels itself. So I'll show you how to do that right here. So inside of the ClickFunnels Editor, you can see I've got the hover animation. I'm actually going to go ahead and comment that out right now so we can just see. So each one of these, now these are using flex rows. You can use this on just about any section. I'll show you right here with a row or with a blank section. Inside the blank section or row or section, you've got this advanced panel right here. Now, inside of this advanced panel, you've got this custom attributes area, and you can add a custom attribute. Now, what we're going to want to add is this word, be on and capitalize the C here, click. So on lowercase click, and then we're going to paste this value here. Now this is going to be to open it in the same window, and in the chat below or the description of this video, I'll provide the exact script. We're going to want to add this script. Now you're going to want to replace this URL right here for anything where you're wanting to send people to in the section or item inside of ClickFunnels. So you're going to go ahead and replace that. Now, if we wanted to open it up into a new window, so a new tab inside of the browser, we would replace it with this. Now, again, you're going to replace your URL for something unique right there. So that's how to do that. We're going to go ahead and click Save. And now, if this section is clicked anywhere, now this isn't the greatest example right here because we're wanting people to click into individual courses and stuff. But if anywhere were to click inside of this blue frame here, they would actually go to that specific URL. So that means you can load your graphics inside of here, different design layouts. I've got a bunch of different stuff going on, but the whole thing is clickable with this nice little tweak. So now how to get that whole animation kind of thing going? Well, the interesting thing is I'm going to go ahead and save this right here. And we're going to open up this. Just do a little quick refresh. So what's interesting is without a certain tweak, you won't actually get this. You can see how my clicker changes to that little pointer button. You won't get that unless you add this one code to your section. So what we're going to do is want to make it so that people can see that that section is clickable, not just that you can click. Right now, I can click into this section and it'll go to that URL, but you'll notice nothing's happening to my pointer when I hover over this row. That's because there's no visual differentiation for that row. So we're just going to add that into the CSS here. So the way that you do that is you go up to show code, and what we're going to do is we're going to add this script right here. So I have this identifier that says if it's clickable, do a hover, and if it's hovered, do this pointer. So that's why this ends up working like this for this section. What I need to do is I need to assign that same identifier to the row itself. And the way that you do that is by going into the row settings and by going into this little code editor here. And we just want to give it that class. And I've just made it really easy for myself. So if something's clickable, I just call it clickable. It can be any word. You just want to make sure that this word is the same as the one behind the hashtag here. So if you have different scripts going on, it's an easy swap out. So now when I hit update, and we're going to go ahead and save, this whole section here is now a clickable section. And I'll show you the difference on this page here. Okay, so now when I'm hovering over the section, you can see even though it's invisible, it's now a clickable section. So that's how I've made each one of these panels look like it's clickable. And of course, it now also links out due to the attributes that we gave it. The last thing is I also want to add some level of interactivity. It's always really a great thing to be able to not just show that something, something has changed, but add a little bit of dramatic change to it. That way the user knows, that something's happening when they hover over it, especially since these don't necessarily look like buttons. I want them to feel like buttons. So we're just going to add a little bit of animation to it. So down here in the script, we're going to go ahead and paste this. Now, again, you'll be able to download this and copy and paste this exact script in the description below. We just add this transition to the element, and when it's hovered, it transforms a little bit and it does that little pop right there. So that's all this thing does. Now, each one of these things have this clickable ID. That's why it does what it does, but you'll see down here, look, the whole row is now clickable, and it adds this nice little shadow to it too when it's hovered. If you don't want that shadow showing up, it looks really nice on a section that has a shadow on it, but you can see for an invisible section like this, maybe that doesn't look so great. But that's how you do that. You make it super interactable, and you can point that link toward anything, whether that's in the same window or a new tab. Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful for you. All right, aloha.